What's up, guys? We're in the heart of Stuttgart here in Baden-Württemberg in the south of Germany, and we're going to take you on a food tour through the city. I'm going to see what the local specialties in this area taste like.
Say hello to Germany's sixth biggest city. Stuttgart is probably best known for calling the headquarters of Mercedes-Benz and Porsche its own. And just like the Bavarian neighbors to the east, Baden-Württemberg, and especially the Schwabian area, feels a little different than the rest of Germany. You could call it a more traditional or even more conservative area. And if it wasn't for Bavaria, this might have very well been the area that would give Germany its stereotypical international image, almost like a Bavaria light.
Alright, so welcome to Stuttgart and welcome to the Schwabenländle, which is the Swabian area of Germany in Baden-Württemberg. There's the southeast, which is Bavaria, and then next to it we have Baden-Württemberg. And we're going to start out with some very strange food, at least from my perception, and probably from DEANA'S as well. This is a Schwabian Wurstsalat, or a Baden-Württemberg Wurstsalat. And this is basically cut up sausage, aka mortadella, in this stringy form, and there's pickles in stringy form as well. There's red onions in this one and cheese slices also cut up in this form. They gave us a nice big piece of bread with it, very German piece of bread. Look how thick that thing is. They also have like a red powder here on top, maybe a little seasoning.
I'm curious if it's spicy.
It also looks like it's very sausage heavy, and usually the thing that I like the most is the pickles. My grandma used to make this, but I'm just gonna try this now. Wurstsalat, sausage salad. Doesn't look like salad. The first bite is not horrible. It's as if you eat like some cut up mortadella with like these ingredients. And it was one of these things that I always craved as a kid. And then when you eat it, you just need 3-4 bites, and afterwards you get really sick from it, like nauseated. It's that heavy. I don't think it has much to do with an actual salad, but that's what they call it, a Wurstsalat. Bro.
Really?
I didn't expect this.
Dude.
Check this out. It is very crispy on the outside and then very fluffy on the inside. It's still slightly warm. It has a nice crust. This is one of the best gray bread pieces I tell you, man. Dude, it's so good.
The irony of that statement. We were literally talking about hot food takes, and he just said that German bread is overrated. I was like, no, that's not true. We had like this huge debate about it, and then he loves this piece of bread.
I'm not saying all German bread is bad. I'm just saying most of it is. Like, there is this top-notch bread if it's super fresh,
okay.
But if it's like the stale stuff that you get at the standard bakery, it's not that great.
If we're literally gonna have this discussion again, what country has better bread? Overall, on average.
America.
Get out of here.
Shut up and eat the sausage. Put this, no. Yeah, okay, start with the bread. Weird. It's good, right?
Whoa, that's a really nice bread.
See, I told you, German bread. Damn, nice.
You told me, get out of here with that.
The Schwaben want to see you eat the Wurstsalat.
Everyone likes to say salad for any mixture of things like macaroni salad, potato salad. I don't know if it's a salad to me.
3, 2, 1.
I really expected me not to like this, but I'm really digging it.
Really?
I think it's just how it's cut up into these nice pieces. It makes it a little like heartier than like a standard mortadella slice. And then it has like a nice pickle flavor or a nice vinegar flavor. Honestly surprising. I think this would do really well at like a summertime barbecue or grill, right?
So here's the thing, that's the weird thing to me. A lot of people here eat that as a main. Like, I worked here for 1.5 years, and we went out to lunch with like the boss and stuff, and then they order a Wurstsalat for lunch, and they eat that whole bowl.
As a meal?
That's a meal. That's not a side, that is a meal. That was always a little strange to me. Maybe something like that.
It kind of makes sense that this is considered a main because it was already like 11 euros and it's a very big portion, so it feels like a proper meal.
On the bread slice, tastes way better.
Yeah, honestly, not a bad start.
Dude, one thing I'm noticing since we came back from the US, going to these cities this trip around, so many pedestrians, so many people are just living outside on the streets, walking around, you know?
It's so easy to get your 10,000 steps, so easy.
The anti-car culture And it's super nice to see that, just people being out on the field in the city center.
Now that the sun is out.
In our last video, we made it through the Black Forest and found Germany's best version of the Black Forest cake and also ate it. After that, our three-part journey continued through the southwest of Germany, and on our way to Stuttgart, we stopped at the world-famous Hohenzollern Castle, where we filmed way too much for this video. So if you are interested in epic historical castles, you can find the full behind-the-scenes video on our Patreon page, alongside many other exclusive videos. Big shout out to our soulmate level Patreons, Ricky, Laura and Jared, the two restless retirees, Roger Lübke, Robin Stein and Gary the Man of Day. But for now, back to Stuttgart.
I'm a little surprised that we didn't fully hate that Wurstsalat, so that was a decent start. So we're walking across the city center right now, and we have a couple more specialties here on the list.
Yes, I'm excited about a few. Hallo, es ist Zeit für Kaffee und Kuchen. So I'm the only one partaking in this Kaffee and Kuchen time, which is cake and coffee. It's a very normal time in Germany. I have here a nice black coffee. It's very good. It's my favorite. And then we got a CHEESECAKE mit Blaubeeren. So it's a blueberry cheesecake, but the German style cheesecake looks very good.
So you as an American should be an institution for cheesecake, right?
Yeah. So what I love about Germany is all this outdoor seating, very Stadtlife. You can walk around. What I don't love is the ashtrays everywhere, because it's very common to smoke outside. Anyways, we'll give this a try. This looks really good. There we go. Ooh, looks like there's cheesecake, then some type of like pudding, and then blueberries. Ooh, I think the pudding makes it very nice. Hold on. So as you can see, there's a little bit of crust, and it's way more creamy than like the New York style cheesecakes I'm used to. I think the New York style cheesecake is still my favorite type of cheesecake, but I really like this one with the pudding section in there. That's new. I think this elevates the German Käsekuchen with the pudding and the blueberries. That's nice.
I see now what you mean. There's a crust, a cheesecake and pudding.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Again, I'm not a huge fan of cheesecake, but...
You say that before, he literally says it before every cake. I'm not a huge fan of this, but... And then he surprises himself every time.
Dude, it's so good. I think vanilla pudding makes most things better.
Yeah.
Whenever it fits. Also, the blueberries are so thick.
And they're so fresh.
Hard.
I love them.
It looks like this thing's photoshopped or like a plastic
yes, he's
thing.
hitting balls.
Wow, yeah. I don't know how common cheesecake is for the German coffee and cake time.
It's so common.
In Germany?
Yeah, I see Käsekuchen all the time.
Oh, where I'm from, which is Oklahoma, by the way.
You're not from Oklahoma.
I like cheesecake now. It's good. No, it's really good.
Nah, I like that one too. Seriously, normally I don't love the German Käsekuchen. I think the New York style is the best.
But
this with the pudding and the blueberries.
The pudding, the German pudding.
I think this is what makes it. Well, not bad. Maybe I'm just having a really good day.
So way better than New York cheesecake right now. Oh, you just said normally, but you know. So we just walked down the whole inner city street, which comes down there from the north basically to here, where the main train station is. And so that's the core of Stuttgart. Like, what's your first impression?
First impressions, the drive-in was the nicest part, I think, because Stuttgart is like very hilly. When you drive in, you see like the entirety of the city. Once you're in here, it feels very standard. I don't know if I'm offending a lot of people from Stuttgart.
Yeah, I always had that impression, I think I've been here 2 or 3 times, but only like for a day, that it's not the most beautiful city, at least the pedestrian zone and the core of the city.
It's interesting because most cities have the opposite effect. You drive in and it doesn't look very pretty, but once you're in the ground and like walking around, it is pretty. Like I think of Vienna instantly.
That's
Like when
true,
you're
yeah.
riding in on a train or driving, you're just like, oh, it's not that great. But as soon as you're walking around, you're like, wow, gorgeous.
That's true, yeah. So if you could comment below what you think of Stuttgart, that'd be nice, because
Let us know.
with such big city nerds, I always want to know what other people think of which city, and I like to voice my opinion about that as well. So yeah.
Well, time to share some more opinions. We're gonna go eat some food.
Oh yeah.
We came to this place called Tauberquelle. It's in the heart, in the city of Stuttgart. So here we have a Schwäbische Linsenteller, which is pretty much a Schwabian lentil dish with Spätzle. Spätzle is this type of noodle dumpling thing, and it's very common in this region. So you see here, there's these like egg-based noodle dishes. They're a little textured. So let me just give it a try.
Try first.
Pretty good, pretty good. It's like a thicker noodle if you've ever had one.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen them with the lentil combination, so maybe get a fork full of that.
So lentil soup is very common in Germany. They said with lentils and Spätzle is very common in this area. So
Im Schwabenländle.
you have some carrots in there, some lentils, and this nice like gravy sauce.
Does it work together?
Yeah, it literally tastes like a texture of pasta, but the flavor of soup.
Yeah, nice. That's the lentil style
Yeah.
flavor of soup.
Wow.
Lentil soup is very common, also with sausage. On the menu it says this is Seitenwürstle, and there's also this big piece of bacon.
Gebraten Speck.
Yeah, so maybe give that a try.
Yeah, so I'll try this bacon. This is the type of bacon I want if I'm getting bacon. Look at how thick this piece is. You've got the meat, you've got the fat, you've got a nice crispy section there. That's a very big piece. Very good. I feel like I would rather have that like cut up in there, you know? American style, where you
Yeah, I
cut
think-
everything up and then put it in there.
I think they'll leave the job to do that for you.
Yes, but then I'll try this. There we go.
Well, give it a try.
Let's try it out. I feel like that's a standard bockwurst, right?
Yeah.
You boil it in some water and then eat it. I don't know, this dish is supposed to be very wintry. We're having it spring, summer-ish. It's a very hearty dish, but this is really good.
So this is your first exposure to Schwabian food. What do you think?
I like it. I would say very good. I could eat a lot more of this. I'm really excited about what Phil has.
My turn, and what I really like about the South is they always have Spezi on the menu. Spezi is just this Coke and orange soda drink mix, basically Coke and Fanta. But for my dish, I have the Schwäbische Maultaschen. It's basically a huge ravioli. These are pasta sheets, and then it's filled with like minced meat
It looks so good.
and stuff in there. So you can see here, it's pretty thick layer of pasta sheets. Then there's minced meat in there with some herbals, onions I think as well. This is of course pork meat. It comes in a gravy, and we have a nice looking potato salad on the side with some tomato on top. I think I had these maybe like 1 or 2 times in my life, and these look huge, but enough talk now, let's see. Ooh, very interesting. It tastes way more herbal than I expected, and the pasta is fairly soft. If you look at this, the pasta is very soft to cut through, and then the minced meat is actually the harder part of this dish. It's nice, I like it. I think you can imagine like a softer meatball, like the ones you have in like a pasta, like a bolognese or something, and that thing just wrapped in a pasta sheet. Pretty nice, but I'm excited also for this potato salad because obviously vinegar based, not mayonnaise based.
I thought the South was more mayonnaise based in general though.
I think the South is more vinegar based.
Oh,
isn't
really?
it?
I don't know.
I feel like Hamburg and stuff is where they put the mayonnaise
Oh, maybe,
on.
maybe.
But I'm
Maybe I
not
have
sure
that
about
mixed
that.
up.
The roasted onions on the Maultasche also doing their part here. I think it's great because it's not too heavy, but it's still hearty. It's like a good medium in between. I could eat that regularly.
This is what I was super excited about. I was doing a lot of research about regional German dishes, and this one popped up for Baden-Württemberg.
That's what it is. Basically a big ravioli ripoff. Do you think they would have that somewhere with some non-minced meat filling, but like a ricotta or
you
spinach?
Could do that would be a ravioli, right?
A huge one though.
Oh, this is so good. I really like the spinach and the flavors in there. Sometimes you can get like pretty bland noodles or even bland meatballs, but it's nice. This type of dish is like a 10 out of 10 for me.
So second Schwabian food experience. Second dish.
I
What do
like
you
this
think?
one. I prefer this one a
Yeah.
lot more. Yeah. I would maybe want a few more of these, sit on the couch, eat them, and then pass out.
So there you have it. Maultasche over Spätzle. Okay, we're making our way back to our car, and that was the Schwabian Food here in Stuttgart.
Yes, ich bin voll.
Yeah, let us know what you think about Southern food, about Schwabian food, about Bavarian food, any type of food in Germany or any other country in the world. Also, comment below what we should try next.
As always, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
There's a lot of doorways, and I guess this shows the height of people back in the day. Actually, is this like 6'3" or something?
Yeah,
Since I'm 6'2", but
perfect for me.
no, I'm 6 foot.